Hello and welcome to the Very Good Sports Podcast. Today we are doing a special interview, a player interview with Larry Butler, linebacker, Southern Nazarene University, 6'1", 245 pounds, and a 4.67 40-yard dash, which is just at that size linebacker position. Impressive. Larry, how are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
I am doing great, just enjoying the NBA playoff action that's going on.
I am as well.
First thing, because I always like to just read up about a player. First thing I noticed about you, you're from Sacramento. Born there, lived there until 15. As someone who born and raised in Sacramento, I love seeing that. So, as a basketball fan, did you follow the Kings at all growing up?
Yes, I was definitely a Kings fan for the early portion of my life, but as I kind of hit middle school, I became like a Lakers fan because I was a huge fan of Kobe Bryant and things like that, and I also like the Warriors a little bit. So really just all the California teams I kind of rooted for.
I mean, Kobe Bryant, just one of the greatest. And, some Sacramento fans have issue with him, but you can't hate on one of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your backstory. Where did you first start playing football? How did football find you?
I first started playing football when I was 12 years old in 2004. And, me and my brother, we went out for a Pop Warner team in South Sacramento and loved with the game. And we always competed with each other, pushing us. And that's kind of where my competitive nature comes from because I really look up to my brother and everything. And, I just really have a strong passion and love for the game of football. From the first day I put on pads, I knew that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So hopefully I can continue to do that in the future.
I love it. Now, I mean, you talk about playing football in Sacramento. You went on to Louisiana. After high school, tell us about your story. Obviously, it's been an unusual story, some different bumps along the way. What's been your football story?
My football story was I moved to Louisiana in high school and, started playing in Baton Rouge. And it's a little different down south being that, you kind of see faster athletes and things like that. And, after high school, I had to go to the junior college route, had some academic issues. I wasn't able to accept my Division I scholarships. And, in junior college, I hit some more academic issues. I had a lot of schools recruiting me. I was very highly rated out of junior college, but due to some, transcript things, issues like that, I had to, swallow my pride and go the Division II route. And to make a long story short, I ended up at Southern Nazarene University.
Yeah, I mean, the education transcript, that's the thing that, there's a lot of people always talk about stars. There's a lot of great players who just because of the things with education and stuff and transcripts get caught up in things and, they're not able to go to the Division I. With you were set to go University of Tennessee, but the SEC has a 3-semester rule, one of the only conferences to have it. How did that circumstance motivate you?
The circumstance motivated me from, not in a conventional sense, but, I had a lot of people that were supporting me when I was supposed to go to the big Division I school, as you just mentioned. And, once I had to go to Division II, a lot of those people that were there for me weren't there for me anymore. So, that motivated me having to go to a combination of certain factors. Added more fuel to my fire, if you will, and I really was hungry, still am hungry to get to the NFL and to just show everybody how great I am of a football player.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I love about you is you just have a passion for the game, which is really unmatched. How important is football to you and that passion you have for the game?
The game of football means the world to me. I really don't see myself doing much of anything else in life but playing football or being around football in some aspect. So, I just love this game. I mean, that's pretty much how I could put it. And I just hope that, God will continue to bless me to just be able to play it as long as I can. Hopefully I have a 10-plus year NFL career. That's my goal, and that's what I'm striving for.
Absolutely. You trying to get your name out there, doing interviews, and recently in an interview, Terrell Owens linked it out. How was that to have future Hall of Famer T.O. give you some love?
Oh, that was great. That was one of my favorite players as a child, and just to see everything he went through in his childhood, that's something I looked up to. I always looked up to him because of that. He didn't let certain things stop him. He continued on with his dream, and was able to become one of the greatest of all time. And when he reached out to me, and I got to talk to him on the phone, and him and his publicist, that really made my day, and that was like one of those moments I'll cherish for the rest of my life, because I was a really huge Terrell Owens fan and still am to this day. And, and his work ethic and things like that, how hard he played in during games, I try to emulate that in my game, even though that I'm on the defensive side of the ball.
Absolutely. We have some more football questions coming up, and so we're going to take a look at some of your highlights from last season as we talk, and I'll pull them up right now and set those to go up. So looking forward to this coming season, what are some of the goals you set forward for yourself to reach, milestones you have, areas you want to improve your game?
Some of the team goals that I have is, really going out there and, being more of a leader, vocal leader for my teammates. I'm kind of a guy that leads by example, kind of really doesn't get vocal all that much with other players. And, that's one of the things being my senior year, I feel like I really want to do, go out there and be more of a leader vocally, as well as, really, a team goal for us would to be, I think realistically we can win 9 or 10 games and hopefully go to the playoffs and make some noise in the playoffs. And my individual goals are to, go out there, record about 125 tackles or so, maybe like 5 sacks and 2 interceptions, and make another All-American team like I did this year. And, hopefully, get my chance at the NFL, which I have no doubt that I'll get a chance. So that's pretty much my goals.
I love it. You have team goals there. Obviously, you want to get those wins, have a great season. You have your own goals about 125 tackles, 2 interceptions, and you've mentioned in the past that you want to improve man coverage, which, as we've seen in the NFL, I mean, you have the standard two down linebackers, but NFL more and more shifting to the 3-down players who can drop back in coverage, and you're working on that, which is great to see, and I'm sure the NFL loves.
Yes, sir.
Now, obviously, we want to talk about your journey. Tennessee, well, you weren't able to go because of the rule, but so then you decided to go Southern Nazarene University. What drew you to the school?
Well, there was a lot of Division II schools recruiting me. I was looking at Henderson State, West Texas A&M, and those are a lot, more well-known Division II schools. And Southern Nazarene had reached out to me, and my mother was like, I think you should take a visit at this school. This school is a Christian university. It's highly respected on the academic side. So, my mom really was intrigued by that. So she was like, I think you should go take a visit to this school. And so I ended up taking a visit to the school, and just the genuineness I felt from my head coach, Coach Michael Cochran, and some of the other things I saw from the campus, I just felt like it would be a good fit for me. And, I ended up signing there, and so far the rest is history.
Love that. I mean, opportunity to make your mom happy at school, academics and faith, and then the school that you ended up loving. That's a perfect situation, win-win.
Yeah, I agree.
And looking forward, well, as we talk about looking forward to the season, but looking at your game and just who you are, what are some traits that you really take a lot of pride in about yourself and about your abilities on the field?
My traits that I take pride in is, being the first to the football in every single play. I feel like any defensive player really should just be really hungry to make every play, fly around, and, be dominant. When I see offensive linemen in front of me, I have the mentality that they're not going to block me. No one's going to stop me from getting to the ball and making a play. And, just my overall passion and intensity on the field. I think that kind of separates me from people, as well as my functional strength, my hitting ability, and my tackling ability. And, as you said, I need to work on my coverage a little bit. So I'm correcting that area now. And I don't think that'll be a weakness going forward.
And looking back, who is someone from your life, a family member, or friend who really inspired you and has helped you along the way?
I'd have to say that the person that really inspired me the most is my mom. She's a single mom. She has to work jobs and, everything that she's going through, just for her to have raised 4 kids on her own, and, have to raise two boys, that's really hard on a mother. So just seeing her struggle every day, that kind of motivates me and inspires me to continue on with my dream and make it eventually.
And, just talking to you, seeing the personal player you've become, she did an amazing job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, obviously, we want to have some fun in this interview, just so lighthearted stuff. So, what is your stance on Deflategate? I am kidding, though. What in your downtime? What do you like to do?
You said in my downtime?
Yeah, in your downtime, just having fun.
Really like to work out and I guess play video games every now and then when I have some free time. Free time is pretty scarce for me. So whenever I do, I just like to chill out, maybe just watch some TV. That's about it.
Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? Friday Night Lights, the TV series they used to be on. That's my favorite show. I watch it on Netflix sometimes.
Love it. Now, you mentioned you're an NBA fan. You love Kobe Bryant. The question hasn't come up as much given Kobe has been injured this past year, but in their prime, Kobe and LeBron, who's the best player?
Kobe in his prime was by far better than LeBron James. Not even close.
Yeah, I mean, just vintage Kobe. I mean, I've seen him for a few years. Just his ability to take over games, just dominant. I mean, that 81-point game, just ridiculous, just unstoppable.
That was truly amazing.
And he killed the Kings for so many years.
Right.
Now, looking at the NBA Finals, obviously we're still in Western and Eastern Conference Finals, but as of now, who do you think wins the NBA Finals?
Man, I would love to see the Warriors do it, but the Cavs, they're just, especially after what I saw the last night. I mean, I might have to go with the Cavaliers, as much as it pains me to say that.
Yeah, man, California love would just adore to see the Warriors win it. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, just bring that ring to Northern California.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. So looking back at everything, I mean, looking forward to the 2016 draft. How do you think you stack up some of the top linebackers in the 2016 class?
I think that I'm the best linebacker in the class, really. I feel like that's just the confidence I have, not to sound cocky or anything. But I have supreme confidence in myself and my ability, and I feel like that when I step on the field, there's no other linebacker better than me. And I feel like my film stacks up against, any other linebacker in the nation, regardless of level, Division I, Division II. And I feel like that, my workouts will prove that as well. Following the season, like the combine workouts and things like that, I think I'll stand out the most.
Absolutely. I mean, the word cocky, I mean, people use that for athletes all the time, but really it's confidence. And if you want to be a top athlete, you need to have that confidence in yourself and your abilities. And clearly you have that, and that is one of the biggest steps to making it to the next level.
Right.
So last question before we wrap up. 1 year from now, when you are the first player drafted out of Southern Nazarene University, what will that feeling be like for you?
It'll be a special feeling, and just to start a legacy for a great program that's on the rise, and for a great, group of coaches. That'll be a a win for them, if you will. And, I'll just be happy to, have left a positive impact on the program.
And for the NFL team that drafts you, what type of player will they be getting a year from now?
They're going to be getting a very, very hard worker, someone that's dedicated, someone that'll never give them any problems off the field, and a guy who will be a Pro Bowl caliber player for the next 10 years.
I love it. So, Larry, as people want to follow your career, follow what you're doing in college and going to the next level, where can they follow you on Twitter and keep up with all your highlights and latest work?
They can follow me on Twitter at _King Butler, the number 3. And, you can Google me, find a lot of my film on YouTube, have several highlight tapes and some game tapes as well.
And we'll have a big link for that in the description where you can catch all his highlights. Obviously, we showed a little bit today, and there's even more. I mean, there's game tape that all the draftniks out there on Twitter, draft analysts. Be sure to check him out. He's going to be a big name in the 2016 class. Larry Butler, I just want to thank you so much for taking time to do this interview. Really appreciate it. Best of luck next season.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much for having me.
Have a great day.
You too.